I will teach you to be rich, not by labor, not by the accumulation of facts, nor by any physical effort, but by awakening in you the divine principle that already possesses wealth beyond measure. You see, riches are not something you chase. They are not earned in the way the world has taught you. To be rich is to recognize yourself as already possessing all that you desire. This is not fantasy, nor mere optimism. It is the very truth of being. When you believe that wealth is something outside of you, you place it at a distance. You separate yourself from it, and in doing so, create a gulf between yourself and that which you wish to possess. But I tell you, you are already that which you seek. You are already rich. You have only to assume the feeling of wealth, to walk in the consciousness of abundance, and the outer world will conform to your inner conviction. Do not misunderstand me. This is not a call to laziness, nor to deny the world of action. But all action springs from being, and being is consciousness. What you are conscious of being, that you become. You do not become rich by first doing. You become rich by first being rich in consciousness. All things follow that inner state. Now, if you wish to be rich, ask yourself, what would it feel like if I were already rich? Not tomorrow, not next month, not after the lottery win or promotion. Now, what would I see? What would I hear? How would I move through the world if I were wealthy beyond imagination? Would I not walk with ease? Would I not speak with assurance? Would I not radiate peace, generosity, and confidence? You must assume that feeling now. You must live in the end. The end is where your wealth is real, not as a hope, but as a present reality. Imagination is the means. Feeling is the secret. In your imagination, dwell in the state of wealth. Sleep in that state. Speak from that state. Let every thought spring from the truth that you are already rich. Some say this is delusion. I tell you, it is the only reality. Everything you now see, your bank account, your surroundings, your circumstances, is merely the shadow cast by a previous state of consciousness. Change the inner state, and the outer world will rearrange itself accordingly. This is law, immutable and perfect. You are not poor because the world is unfair. You are poor because you accept poverty as a fact. Refuse to accept it. Do not resist it with fear or hatred that only cements it further. Rather, ignore it. Turn from appearances and fasten your attention upon what you desire, as though it were already yours. Use the power of your wonderful human imagination. See yourself as the one who already has. Hear the congratulations. Feel the texture of the life you wish to live. Touch the richness, taste the abundance, breathe in the air of opulence. What you fully accept in imagination must come to pass in your world, for imagination creates reality. Suppose tonight, as you lay in bed, you feel the sheets of your new estate. You smell the fragrance of your private garden. You hear the sound of the sea from your terrace, though none of these are yet apparent to the senses. Yet you persist in feeling them, believing them, and accepting them as true. I promise you, the world must mirror this change. It must. This is no idle theory. This is law. Do not be dismayed if things appear unchanged at first. A seed does not sprout the instant it is planted, but the harvest is sure. So walk in faith, not by sight. Walk in the knowing that what you feel is true within must take form without. It is not by striving that you become rich. It is by accepting. Striving implies you do not yet have. Accepting declares you already possess. Your imagination is the Christ within. It is the creative power of God housed in the mind of man. When you accept the thing as true in imagination, you have accepted it in reality. The world will reflect it in time. How long shall it take? That is not your concern. Your only task is to persist in the assumption. Persist. Let no contradictory appearance dissuade you. Hold fast to the truth of your inner world, and the outer must yield. Perhaps you wonder how this wealth shall come. That too is not your concern. Do not concern yourself with the means. The how is not your job. The end is yours. The means are God's. If you will live in the end, the means will unfold naturally, effortlessly, harmoniously. You may receive a call, an opportunity, a brilliant idea, or events may unfold in ways you could never have planned. Do not limit the method. Simply dwell in the end. You might say, but I have no money to pay rent, no job, no help. And I say to you, begin now to revise that story. Begin now to imagine what you desire. When you accept the state of wealth, it will clothe itself in the outer world. It is not arrogance to feel rich. It is truth. It is not delusion to walk as though you possess great wealth. It is the only sane approach, for only by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled do you make it manifest. I have seen men with nothing through imagination and feeling rise to great prosperity, and I have seen those with millions lose it all by their inner poverty. For what a man is inwardly, so is he outwardly. You cannot mask your inner state for long. It must outpicture itself. This is why I urge you to take this seriously. Your thoughts are not idle. Your assumptions are not neutral. Every feeling accepted as true becomes your world. If you feel lack, you will encounter lack. If you feel wealth, you will encounter wealth. The law cannot be broken. So how do you begin? You begin now. Right now, close your eyes. See yourself as already having what you desire. Don't strain, just allow. Let the image come. Let the feeling rise. Perhaps you are standing on the deck of your yacht, or signing a large check, or smiling as your accountant congratulates you. Let the scene unfold, and feel it as real. Then carry that feeling with you. Walk in that mood. Respond to life as the wealthy man or woman. Let the world be a mirror to that inner conviction. Soon the mirror will reflect what you have been inwardly entertaining. You do not need to work harder. You need to believe more deeply. Work when it comes will be joyful, inspired and guided. But effort without inner assumption is toil. Labor without vision is drudgery. So I teach you the effortless way, the graceful way, the way of imagining yourself into wealth. When the riches come, and they will, do not boast. Do not say, I did this by my strength. Say instead, it is done unto me as I believed. Give thanks to the power within, the Christ of your being, your imagination. For it is He who makes all things possible. Now there are those who will doubt. Let them. You are not here to convince the world. You are here to transform yourself. And in your transformation, the world will respond accordingly. Speak to yourself lovingly. Tell yourself, I am rich, I am abundant, I am wealthy beyond measure. Say it not to convince, but to declare. Say it as one who already knows, and say it often. The repetition of assumption is the fertilization of manifestation. Do not allow old beliefs to rule you. If you were told that money is evil, release it. Money is neutral. It is simply a symbol, a servant of consciousness, and consciousness is what you are. Therefore you command wealth, not by force, but by the direction of your imagination. The greatest riches are not things, but states of being. And yet when you possess the state, the things will come. For all things are drawn to the one who lives in the feeling of the fulfilled desire. You may start small. Imagine receiving unexpected income. Imagine checking your account and smiling at the abundance. Imagine walking into a store and buying what you desire, without concern. Let these scenes impress your subconscious. For what you impress, you express. There is no power outside you dictating what you may or may not have. There is only the reflection of your own assumption. The law is perfect. The law is just. The law is always working. And the law states, as within so without. You may have failed before. It does not matter. Begin again. The past does not define you unless you carry it forward. Drop the weight of old stories. Create a new story now, with the pen of imagination. Script your wealth in the theater of the mind, and let the world be your stage. Tonight as you lay in bed, do not think of lack. Do not rehearse your worries. Instead drift into sleep, with the feeling of the wish fulfilled. See your home, your bank account, your travels, your generosity. Whatever wealth means to you, see it, feel it, accept it, and fall asleep in that mood. You will rise in a world made new. Maybe not all at once, but you will feel the shift. And that shift is the beginning of the unfolding. Trust it, nourish it, return to the feeling often. Let it become natural to you. For when it feels natural, it is ready to manifest. I have taught you nothing new. I have only reminded you of what you have always known in your heart. You are rich. You have always been rich. You simply forgot, and now you remember. So go forth, not as one who seeks riches, but as one who expresses them. Let your wealth bless others. Let it be a light in the world. And never again say I am poor. Say always, I am the rich child of a rich creator, and all that is mine comes to me now in perfect harmony. Believe this, feel this, live this, and the world will bow before the majesty of your assumption. For imagination creates reality. And you, my friend, are the master of imagination. When you find yourself tempted to look at the evidence of your senses, remember that the senses only reflect past assumptions. They are not truth. They are shadows. Your present feeling, your current assumption, that is the true cause. The outer world is merely the delayed echo of your inner speech, your silent convictions. So even when appearances deny your wealth, you remain unmoved. You go within. You return to your inner sanctuary, where all things are already complete. Every moment is an opportunity to revise. Did you just speak from lack? Then stop and revise it now. Speak again, this time from abundance. I am wealthy. All my needs are met. Everything flows to me with ease. Say it gently. Say it with love. Say it until it feels like home. And when it does, the outer must conform. This is the law. It cannot be otherwise. Perhaps someone around you mocks this truth. They tell you that money only comes from hard labor, connections, education, or luck. Bless them, but do not believe them. Their belief is creating their experience, just as yours is shaping yours. If you follow their law, you will live their life. But if you dare to stand in your own conviction and assume the richness of life as yours, you will walk a very different path, one paved not by effort, but by consciousness. The great secret is this: you already are what you long to be. There is no journey, no delay. There is only awakening to your true identity. So instead of chasing money, awaken to yourself as abundance. Money will find you. Opportunities will find you. Inspired action will arise naturally. You will not need to force or chase. You will attract, magnetize, receive. This is not idle dreaming. This is creation. Real creation does not begin on the outside. It begins in the silence of your mind, in the stillness of your inner being. And so spend time each day imagining. Go into a quiet room. Close your eyes. Let the body rest. And in that gentle state of relaxation, construct your scene. Make it vivid. Use your senses. But most of all, feel it. The feeling of the wish fulfilled is the key. Perhaps you imagine a friend shaking your hand and saying, "I knew you'd make it. Congratulations on all your success." Or maybe you're walking into your favorite boutique and buying everything you love without glancing at the price tags. Or you see yourself writing a check for a new home, or giving generously to someone in need. Whatever stirs your heart, dwell in that. Let it saturate you. Make it so real in imagination that it becomes more real than the so-called facts of your current world. Then let it go. Do not clutch it with desperation. Desire fulfilled is calm. You do not cling to what you know is already yours. You rest. You relax. You trust. This trust is not passive. It is powerful. It says, "I have created it within, and so I know it must come without." As you go about your day, hold to that feeling. Walk as the wealthy man. Think as the rich woman. Speak as one who lives in overflowing abundance. Let others say what they will. Let the world show what it will. You are not swayed by shadows. You live from the light within, and the outer must eventually conform to the pattern you have woven in secret. If doubts come, and they will, do not resist them with fear. Simply return to your assumption. Say gently to yourself, "This too shall pass. My wealth is real. It is mine now." And so it is. Each return to your inner conviction strengthens the foundation. Each act of faith is a building block in your unseen mansion of abundance. You must persist. This is not a one-time imagining. This is a new way of being. You are rewriting the script of your life. And as with any performance, repetition is key. You are becoming familiar with wealth, making it natural to you. And once it becomes natural, it must become visible. This is why I say riches are not earned. They are revealed. They are the outer expression of your inner state. And the higher you ascend in consciousness, the more beauty, the more provision, the more miracles you shall see. The world will seem to change, but in truth it is you who changed, and the world had no choice but to follow. So now what shall you do when you wake tomorrow? Begin anew. Speak to yourself not of limitation, but of lavish abundance. Everything I touch turns to gold. I am in harmony with wealth. I attract prosperity with every breath, not as empty affirmations, but as declarations of truth. Say them with feeling. Say them with conviction. You are not trying to become, you already are. You are claiming what is eternally yours. Let your actions align with this new belief. Do not act from fear. Act from faith. If you feel led to invest, do so. If you feel drawn to create, create. but act always from the state of being rich. Let your inner wealth guide your outer steps. You are no longer a beggar, seeking scraps. You are the heir of an infinite kingdom, and your every step confirms your royalty. Should the winds of doubt or delay blow, take refuge once again in imagination. Close the door to the outer and return to your kingdom within. Sit upon the throne of your assumption, and reign with quiet confidence. The world will bow. It must. For the outer is servant to the inner, always. You will come to see that the entire world is yourself pushed out, that what you assumed in secret is now shouted from the rooftops, that the voice you whispered within becomes the echo of praise you hear from every direction, and then you will no longer wonder if this works. You will know, you will have tasted and seen, and in that knowing you will be free. As you continue to embody this truth, you will notice something extraordinary. Life becomes lighter. The burden of striving falls away. You begin to walk through your days with a quiet assurance, a gentle power. People will notice something different about you, though they may not know what it is. They will feel your ease, your confidence, your radiance, and they will be drawn to it. They will want to be near you, to work with you, to offer opportunities, to celebrate your success. But all of it begins within. You will find that money comes in unexpected ways, not because you are lucky, but because you are aligned. You have assumed the consciousness of wealth, and that consciousness attracts form. It pulls people, events and circumstances to match your new vibration, and you will no longer need to analyze or control how it happens. You will simply know that it must. Your old identity will try to rise again from time to time. It may whisper things like, "This is too good to be true," or "You don't deserve this." But you must not listen. That voice is not your true self. It is the echo of an old belief, one you no longer inhabit. Let it speak, and let it pass. Do not engage. Do not argue. Return instead to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The rich man does not debate his wealth. He simply knows. You will start to see opportunities where once you saw obstacles. Doors that were shut will swing open. People who ignored you will now take notice. Not because they changed, but because you did. You have shifted internally, and the world cannot help but adjust itself to that shift. You are the center of your own universe. What you assume becomes law within your world. Perhaps you once thought that certain amounts of money were beyond you. Maybe you thought $1 million was only for others. But now you realize there are no limits except those you accept. You understand that wealth is infinite, and the source of it all is within you. You no longer look to jobs or people as your source. You see them merely as channels, vessels through which your assumption of wealth flows into form. As this truth deepens within you, you will notice your relationship with money changes. You will no longer fear spending. You will spend with joy, knowing that your supply is endless. You will give freely, without hesitation, because you know that what you give returns multiplied. You will receive with grace, without guilt, because you understand that to receive is as divine as to give. Money becomes a dance, a rhythm, a joyful movement of energy, and you in your assumption of wealth are the conductor. You guide it not with effort, but with belief. You no longer wait to feel secure after the money arrives. You feel secure first, and the money follows. You no longer wait to be happy after the success. You feel the success first, and the results appear. Everything begins with you. Everything. The rich life, the beautiful life, the generous life. It is all waiting within your consciousness, longing to be expressed. And you need not earn it in the way you were taught. You need only claim it, accept it, live from it. You need only rise each morning and say, "I am rich, I am abundant, I am blessed," and feel the truth of it in your bones. What of the world's objections? What of economy, politics, circumstance? They are powerless against your inner world, for you do not live by bread alone. You live by assumption. You live by the unseen reality, which molds the seen. And so you need not fear any report, any market, any condition. Your world is made from within, and it is always good. As your wealth grows, so too will your peace. You will no longer chase, grasp, or struggle. You will know that all things come to you in perfect timing. You will rest in the knowing that what is yours cannot be kept from you. And in that rest you will become magnetic. The rich life will chase you. Abundance will knock on your door. Prosperity will ask for your address. Others may ask you, "How did you do it?" And you will smile, for you will know it was not luck, nor striving, nor anything of the outer world. It was your assumption, your inner conversation, your secret imaginal act, repeated faithfully, until it hardened into fact. And you may share the secret, or you may simply live it. But either way, your life will be the testimony. You may find your entire life reorganizing around your new belief. People will leave who no longer match your frequency. New relationships will form, ones that reflect your abundance and vision. Your environment may change. Your career may evolve. Your sense of self will deepen, expand and glow. And none of it will feel forced. It will feel inevitable. You will begin to trust your desires more deeply, knowing they are divine urges, not idle fantasies. When you desire wealth, it is because wealth desires to be expressed through you. When you see a vision of your future, it is because it already exists, waiting only for your assumption. And so you will stop questioning, doubting, resisting. You will simply accept. This acceptance is your power, not passive acceptance of what is, but active acceptance of what you choose to be. You will look at your bank account, and regardless of what it shows, you will say, I am rich, and you will feel it. You will look at your surroundings, and regardless of their simplicity, you will say, I am abundant, and you will believe it. And in time, oh how quickly, those words will become flesh. That feeling will solidify into form. That inner truth will shine so brightly, that nothing in the world can deny it. So I leave you with this truth, not as a hopeful idea, but as a divine law. You are rich now, not tomorrow, not someday. Now, the wealth you seek is already within you, waiting for your recognition. It is not something to earn, chase or deserve. It is something to accept, embody and assume. Stop living from appearances. Begin to live from your imagination. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and do not waver. Persist in that assumption, and the world will bend to your belief. This is not fantasy. This is creation. This is the sacred work of consciousness. You are the operant power. There is no power outside of you. What you feel yourself to be, you become. What you believe yourself to have, you will possess. Do not wait another day. Begin now. Declare with confidence, I am rich, I am successful, I am abundance in form. And as surely as the sun rises, your world will mirror it back to you. Quietly, faithfully, miraculously. You will not just speak about wealth, you will become it.